Why most comedic true and false. Lord knows. I'm about to say something to make you not like me. You might catch feelings and you might want to fight, but I don't really care. I'ma say it anyway. Why most comedic guys seem off the gate. I'm not saying all, but a large amount. Have you ever heard the words that come out of their mouth? Yeah, they cuss like a sailor, but out of my eye. They carry on and makeup and thinking it's hot. They need to stop. This is the purpose of a war mascara. And probably was a death mask misunderstood. Don't let them D-boys catch them up in the hood. Why NOI? Stop patrolling the block. We get shot by the cops and we calling the cops. Come on, y'all was on another level. The black man was God, the white man the devil. Now the white man, or better yet the European, and the Mars and the bean pies are sold by Koreans. I'm talking what I'm seeing, I'm just a reporter. How you call a woman to be and you got a daughter. Talking about the Hebrews, the demonized women, and choose Esau over brothers and kin. Probably timid, soft, and scared to fight. Yelling and wearing spikes, trying to fake me out right. But you can't fool me, cause you make a little noise. Cause deep inside, y'all some scared little boys. You really wanna ride, let's take it to the beast. Get revenge for people killed by police. Yeah, right. Y'all ain't busting the grape. It appears that you fear and you in love with hate. Correct me if I'm wrong, we might all don't get along. European psychology got us all gone. You think we divided? Cause I wear fez and she wear oak and he wear dreads. But the vision don't start there, it starts in the head. I'm here to wake you up and get you out of the bed. We gods to get you out the bed. I'm here to spread love and get you out of the bed. The vision don't start there, it starts in the head. The vision don't start there, it starts in the head.
What should I write? What can I say? How can I tell you how much I'm... What should I write?
Let me talk to him.
What can I say?
Can I talk to him?
How can I tell you how much?
Talk to him.
Y'all been tripping lately, I know you starting to hate me. Cause I'm exposing y'all for simply dozing off. Sleeping at the wheel, acting like you real. You got my profit on the back burner with the oatmeal. I bring them to the front, and then you wanna front. Talking all tough, but this ain't what you really want. I'm a beast, but my scimitar's sharp now. I represent the ones that put that old card down. The card jacking off, got you sounding mad soft. It's just an idle shrine, near fight you out your mind. To go against me, the Sultan of the West, stand down or I will put your weak knowledge to the test. You better ask somebody, back in my last life I will run up on you 45 mask tight. I'm the revealer now, I take the mask off. I tell the truth and let the truth flash y'all.
What should I write?
Let me talk to him.
What can I say?
Can I talk to him?
How can I tell you how much I'm...
Let me talk to him. Oh,
What should I write?
can I talk to him?
What can I say?
Talk to him.
How can I tell you how much I'm...
I know some real elders, you know some old folks. I know some serious Moors who ain't no joke. They don't be YouTubing, they don't be Facebooking, they don't be clout chasing.
Make a video. Go ahead and make a video and chop up some shit I said, because this is what you niggas do. And be like, see, even Michi said he wasn't Asian. Nigga, don't email me. I'm not coming on your show to come talk shit about Jay. I don't like you. Make a video. Go ahead and make a video and chop up some shit I said, because it's Jay. I don't like you now, nigga.
You wanted to be hopeful.
I'm quick to.
Okay, all right, stop. Messing me out. This is just.
If we change our self-perspective, our view of the world changes, and the view of the world of us changes. You see what I'm saying? If we change our self-perspective, our view of the world changes, and
Man.
I be that more you gon'
You know what they do.
I heard it. Man. I know y'all heard it. It's wild, right? They didn't change the date. Out of nowhere. Here we are close to getting to the 20th. And they're gonna up and change the date. It's crazy. Not even surprised. Not even surprised at all, man.
Peace to the gods. Peace to the gods. Peace to the gods. They changed the date. They changed the court date. They changed the court date. From the 20th to the 26th. You know how they play. It's 6 days away. They 6 days away. We know how they play. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. Free Grandmaster J. They changed the date. It's the game they play. Peace to the gods. That's right. We gonna figure this out. No, we're gonna figure this out. You know, the court date was the 20th. The hell? It's 6 days away from the 20th. That's how they play. That's how they be playing, you know. We're gonna figure it out. Peace to the God, Grandmaster J. And, everybody just stay on cold. Stay on cold. They changed the date. Just stay on cold. All right, just stay on cold. That's all we can do. Stay on cold. Just stay on cold, y'all. Just stay on cold. Cold. All right, just stay on cold. That's all you need to do. It's to the gods. We know the game they play. We know. We know what they do. That's what they do. More time, more money, more problems, time, money, all that. You know what they do. We on cold, stay on cold. Stay on cold. Like, I gotta go. I can't do this. Stay on cold. Stay on cold. Peace to the God. Stay on cold.
Yeah. Islam. I'm trying to be your friend, man. That's right. Trying to be your friend, bro. Yo. Meet me halfway. Come on. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never met a more like me, and you ain't never ever gonna meet one again. Now let me be your friend. Peace and love. Let me be your friend. Love. I said you ain't never met a more like me, and you ain't never ever gonna meet one again. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. You let me be your friend. Peace and love. Hey yo, I used to be a thug until I met the prophet. Now I'm all about love, truth, peace, and freedom till I return to Allah. One day we gon' meet him. I'm all about justice. That's the focus of the message. Sometimes hey addicts make me wanna forget the lessons. I be all up in my passion from all the Moorish passion. I start laughing, a grown man with a ponytail. Another calling us Neanderthal, and he all pale. I mean, for real, this is what it come to, my brother. We got nothing better to do than talk down to each other. Yeah, we can be scholarly, or we can get gutter. We are the children of one father, and the breast of one mother has nursed us all. And first of all, we beefing while the peen trying to murk us all. You need to chill, my brother, tell the elders same. Cause on the real, my man, I'm really about them things. I can take the feds off and get back in the low and return to the state where they used to call me dope. But no, I'm rolling with the prophet of Allah. I want love, not war, standing on that floor, and I'm holding the square. The compass and the axe, that might be too deep. Yo, let's not get off track. See, our prophet was an adept. Do you know what that is? An Egyptian adept is a brother who lived by the universal science developing the Nile. We call it Islamism, but it's the same, my child. Sit at the foot of a master. I train you up, but I might have to bang you up. I still love you, and those that's talking that this ain't Islam. Everything the prophet brought is in the Quran. All that other stuff, prostrate and cover up, is just the start. The nearest place to me, the law is the heart. You can dress like Imhotep, or you can dress like a herb. By the Moorish American Muslim unifies the word. You can say what you want about Dr. York, but he gave you different variations of the same thought. You don't appreciate that. You won't appreciate me. Appreciate the holy and divine Drew Ali. People refuse to admit it. He the first that ever did it. Europeans hope that the Moors would forget it, but we here, strong, alive and well, resurrected from hell, with a story to tell. So pay attention and listen, and consider the facts. You know it's humanly impossible for you to be black. I guess a Chinaman is yellow, a Mexican is brown. Just think for a second how ridiculous it sounds. We can turn it around, but we must unite. It's okay to disagree, but we don't have to fight. Cause if we have to fight, you know how we get. I'm still learning to love. No, I'm not there yet. So work with me, fam, and I'ma work with you. And let's all work together and do what we gotta do. Cause on the real side, we haven't made no progress since 1929 when the prophet left the flesh. We got an Asiatic president, men marrying men, psycho shooting up a club and don't see his own sin. And those that say they conscious, that took your bucks, move straight to Hollywood and straight living it up. And y'all picking it up, straight cheesing and grinning. But it was your bread to help him set it off in the beginning. Be careful what you put in your soul, cause it could blind you. Unfortunately, some people get paid to misguide you, misguide you. Oh yeah, I'm be your friend. We ain't trying to be enemies. I wanna be your, let me be your, I wanna be your friend. Hey, yeah. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka, baby, front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka, baby, front line till the law call my number. You a friend of the Moors, then you's a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proved it with straight facts. You tripping off drugs, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. The same people talk European, how to bathe, and looking at women buying European hair. No love for self, but do the men really care? Hell no, cause they got a love for Europe. Whole generation bills, weed and syrup. Yeah, they love no Yachty, Tucci, Gucci, Kodak, Amigos, Ross, Lucid. But when the love for the woman look like your mother, I guess they say it's all black when it's under the cover. Now sight, I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember, that's right. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka, Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember, that's right. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka, Bay front line till the law call my number. All you super scholars holler, this era for the workers. You ain't building on the ground, then you worse than a twerker. You look and sound good, but that's only on the surface. Probably working for them people. Now tell me what's your purpose. Ain't worried about your homie, but know that I know every mo that rock a fast. He ain't my bro. Yeah, you know I ain't slow. I seen it all before. How they try to kill the prophet, it was all for show. And some got it right now. Don't say that I'm not down. I'm coming for my family. I want my town, my shirt, my stores, my school, my nation. Sick and tired of the procrastination and debate. Y'all keep hating when love is the savior. You don't love yourself, so you can't love your neighbor. That's why you kill and fight and marry out of your race. If you ain't for Moorish world, then get out of my face. Cause Chinese love China, Italians love Italy. If you used to love the Moorish world, come on and build it with me. Let's go. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember, that's right. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka, Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember, oh yeah. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka, Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. Be more. I be that more you gon' remember. Nap Town. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka, Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. LA. I be that more you gon' remember. New York. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka, Bay front line till the law call my number.
What it do? What it do? What it do? Press one if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Press one if you can hear me. Can you hear me? How do I sound? Let me check. Can you hear me? How do I sound? Let me check and see how I sound. Can you hear me? Oh, you can hear me. Welcome to Moorish World TV Studios, family. It's only right that we do it, right? It's only right that we do it, right? Let me thank my friend M. Nugent. Let me thank my friend Cryptonomics. Let me thank my friend. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Let me thank my friend. You. Let me thank my friend Maymuna. Yeah. Let me thank my friend at the bottom of the map. Let me thank all my friends that donated a dime. Let me thank all my friends. Look at your neighbor and say, thank your friend. Thank your friend who donated a nickel, who donated a quarter, They've been doing this for 10 years. We in the Moorish World TV studios, family. The next show, you're going to see the Moorish World TV and the TaharkaBay.com logo. But it was only right that I start the show with the Moorish American thing going on. You feel me? So I ain't going to be a minute. The first show is tomorrow night, right here on Moorish World TV studios. You follow me? Yeah, let me tell you, the website is actually down. Somebody called Wix. I think it's the girl that's in love with me named Yaya, and claimed that I've used some copyright material. Don't worry about that. I haven't had time to really address it, but they'll just look at it and then put it back up. Man, you know, what it was is that this sister named Yaya, who hides behind the camera, she stalks me. She really stalks me. She's in love with me. You know what I'm saying? She's really in love with me, and she just stalks me all the time. But I'll be too busy doing more important things to try to, you know, some people just sit home and stalk other YouTubers because they disagree with them. You follow what I'm saying? But me, I'm too busy building. Next week, I'll give you a tour of the entire facility. This is called Unity Hall, and Unity Hall, Baltimore, and we're gonna put these all around the country. So it has Moorish World TV studios in it. It has the Moorish Science Temple of America in it. It has the Alliance for Political Accountability in it. It also will house our Sisters Auxiliary in it. This is the type of facility that I've been working on. So a few weeks has gone past, and you might say he's not doing much shows or many shows as he used to. Family, for the last 3 weeks, I have been grinding, and I will show you the before and after pictures of the facility that I put together with my own hands. Thanks to my brother. I gotta give a shout out to my brother, Mike, who come all the way from Virginia. He come from West Virginia. He doesn't ask for a dime, and he helped me, and he can tell you from scratch, he helped me to clean this place out, top to bottom. I mean, carrying towels, I mean, from the 3rd floor all the way down to the bottom floor. You know what I'm saying? And phenomenal. Don't ask for a dime. I do try to make sure that I compensate in some kind of way, but I'm telling you, this is what it's all about, family. This is the community right here. You see, let me just talk to you. Like I said, this is a different conversation tonight. And I'll tell you about upcoming shows too. This is a different conversation. When you talk about community activism, or when you talk about trying to do something in your community, you first have to put your footprint in your community. You feel what I'm saying? And so my footprint is in this community, has been in this community. And so because it's in this community, I must centralize the commerce. I must centralize the information. I must centralize the progress. But now let me go over a little bit. Let me go over a few things. You know, last year we covered Inky. We covered a little bit of Grandmaster J. We covered Michi X. We covered, Ali Muhammad. You know, when you start talking about all of these names, ask yourself, what footprint do they have in their community as it relates to a spot where you can centralize your efforts? Now, for the last 3 years, I've been building on locations to centralize the efforts. And I think this year is the one that is really going to make the difference that I had hoped for, where we can help the children, where we can help the single mothers, where we can help the brothers that have criminal records. These are the things that I don't talk about on YouTube that I've been doing for years. However, I kind of slid away because I was focusing on building a temple. And when I'm talking about building a temple, building a team, thanks to the team that I built here on Moorish World TV to make things possible. And this is what we need. We need our own media. So here on this couch right here, we plan to bring people on this couch or on these chairs that make a difference in the community, whether there be politicians. So instead of trying to pull the foul on some people, we bring the people in here and look them face to face and ask them, why you're scamming? We'll look them face to face. So here we go. When someone online in this day and time say things about anybody online, before you take their word for it, make them first show their face. Secondly, ask them, will they face the one who they're talking about? That's all you got to do. So whenever you see something online about me, ask them, will you face Taharka May and have a conversation? Whenever you see, press 7 if y'all can do that for me. Whenever you see something about Taharka Bay, would you ask them, would you face Taharka Bay and have a question, have a face-to-face? And if you are in Baltimore, would you face them in the physical? You see what I'm saying? And that way we can cut out all of this fake acting like everybody is a chief investigator of what's going on in our community. You know what I'm saying? Because all of these people acting like they're chief investigators, they're hiding. They never show their face. They always come up with all this weird stuff. And ask them, would you face Taharka Bay? Now, if you are able to face me in the physical, you know what I mean? We don't want to do online no more. We're going to make you man up and woman up. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to do online no more. You know what I mean? We do online. I'm going to talk to you like this. But if you say that I have scammed somebody, face me face to face. If I say you have scammed somebody, I will face you face to face. We can do it in the Moorish World TV studios. You follow me? And we can get to the bottom of it. And if you haven't scammed nobody, you have nothing to fear. You have nothing to fear. If you haven't slandered nobody, you have nothing to fear. Because it ain't about a physical contest. It's all about the integrity of uplifting our people. And if you don't have integrity in uplifting our people, obviously you're trying to scam our people. You know what I mean? And so, family, I just dropped in here for a minute. Man, I'm feeling good. We got Angel Snupting up in the building. Angel Snupting up. This what the gods do. You know what I'm saying? Look at me. Angel Snupting up. Look at me. Come on, man. This is what we do. I had to get sharp for y'all tonight. You know, I had to go Moorish swagged out for you tonight. You know what I mean? Because this is the first show in the Moorish World TV studios. It's not a large topic show. This is the show to say thank you. This is a different conversation. This is the show to say thank you for my haters, because I want to prove you wrong. You know what I'm saying? I want to prove to you that we build for real. You know what I'm saying? We build from the physical and we build from the mental. You know what I'm saying? We build for real. We just don't do YouTube shows. You know what I'm saying? We actually putting something together that is tangible, that can house schools. And we're not talking about a Umar Johnson type of school. Nah, we're talking about a school that can facilitate, give us 10 children. This is live. This is live. Give us 10 children. You know what I'm saying? That we can make a difference with. You follow me? Give us 1 building. Give us 2 buildings. Don't give us nothing. Matter of fact, show me the way and I'll go get it. Let supporters step up and support, and let me show you how to get it done. You feel me? Let me show you how to get it done. You see, while people online talking, you know what I'm saying? You know how somebody was like, you know what's funny to me, right? Let's have a conversation, family. You know what's funny to me? Like, Taharka Bay in his mother's basement. We pulled up. He in his mother's basement. I was like, moi? Moi? In my mother's basement? Obviously, you don't know me. That's what they were saying. That he's sitting in his mama's basement. I said, moi? In the basement? Well, guess I have to get out mama's basement and go to Moorish World TV studios. But in reality, family, it's time for us to centralize our efforts. We need to put our efforts in a centralized location. You follow what I'm saying? I want to let I got a cat. Man, this cat be tripping. Let me see if I can let him in. Because the cat always want to mess with stuff. You know what I mean? We in the city. So, you know, the cat like to mess with the wires and all that. He might hit something and knock it and take us straight out. Let me see. I'm going to let the cat. If he mess with something, it's going to be a problem. Come on, Sylvester. Get on up in there. Now, you're not messing with nothing. Come here. You want to be on Much World TV? Sylvester. Come here, buddy. This cat like a dog. Come on, Sylvester. Come on. Sylvester. This cat like a dog. This is a watchdog, but it's a cat. Sylvester, come here. Come here. It's a watchdog. Sylvester's a watchdog. Real talk. It's a watchdog. This ain't no cat. Tell him, Sylvester. This is a real watchdog. I'm telling you, I had some people over here working, helping me out, and I think Sylvester a little bit racist because Sylvester stood at the door like it was some Hispanic guys. They was painting the front. You know we ain't painting no front in no 30-degree weather. Don't get mad because I had the Spanish guy paint. They wanted to paint in 30-degree weather. No, big homie. Come on, big homie. It's 30 degrees, big homie. Like, man, we got to get the front painted or we going to get a fine. We got paint peeling on this damn thing. Big homie, what you paying? Man, I ain't nowhere. You know what I mean? I'm good, but I ain't nowhere. Big homie, come on, man. So I got to go get Migo now. Migo now don't care. I say, anybody? Home Depot. Anybody out here paint? Me. Come on, I can't take you all now. Can't take y'all. Give me a deuce. Let me tell you something. Shout out to my brother. And they always give you an American name, don't they? My name Eddie. Man, your name ain't no Eddie. Eduardo maybe, but not Eddie. What's your name? Eddie. I'm like, your name ain't no Eddie. Your name Eduardo. But let me tell you something. Eduardo want all the bread. No, me. I got it. I said, all right, come on. Eduardo start painting out there. I get my friend. Eduardo, we got his friend. Man, they got busy, man. They got busy. What's new for the channel? Okay, so cut is a question. Hey, that's why I ain't want to let you in there. You're messing with wires. Sylvester, leave wires alone. See, you're about to go out there. You're about to get up out there. I'm about to put you out there. You're going to be lonely. Sylvester, leave them wires alone. You got to leave that stuff alone. Can't mess with that stuff. But somebody asked what's next for the show. Family, what's next for the show? Tomorrow, we're going to have the sisters on the show. We're going to have the sisters panel on the show. My sister, I think Yasmin, Amatula. I'm trying to get my wife to come on the show and his sister Almatina Bay to come on the show. And we're going to talk about thotting. Why? That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about why is thotting or shaking your behind or getting butt naked. See, you getting on my... You got to get up out here for a minute, so that's... You tripping. Stop playing. I'm talking to the people, man. You tripping, man. You won't have to sit up there that crazy for a minute. So we're going to talk about why it seems... Now, somebody say, is that an Egyptian cat? Yeah, but we're gonna talk about, do you ever invite special guests on your show? I invite special guests all the time. If somebody wish to come to the show, email me at taharkabay@gmail.com, especially if you're in the Baltimore area. In fact, I'm gonna invite some true comedic science brothers here soon, the Temple of New African Thought. Because when y'all look at Jabari and y'all look at this fake comedic community. I'm going to bring some real comedic guys in here to break down what the comedic science is really about. Now, I'm not saying Jabari is not a comedic priest. What I'm saying, he has commercialized it, and it loses its potency when you do a thing like that. You follow what I'm saying? He has commercialized it so it can be a part of Sinetta TV. You feel me? You follow me? And so we want to bring some real comedic science brothers and sisters into the building. And we're going to bring them right here on this couch right here. I mean, yeah, the cat fussing, man. The cat tripping. He don't like to be, look, this cat is what you call it? How you call it when people he clingy. He real clingy. Yeah, Sylvester clingy. You know what I mean? Sylvester's super clingy. And he make me feel sorry for him. That's what he do. He make me feel sorry for him, and he clingy. You know what I mean? Yesterday, when we left, he snuck out the building, and I forgot that I was so in a rush getting ready to for Holy Day yesterday. He snuck out the building, and so I would be doing so much. So today, me and my wife, we came back later for Holy Day. And when we came back for Holy Day, I opened the door. Sylvester runs through that demonstration. Pew! He runs through the building. I said, where's Sylvester at? She's like, he just passed you. Sylvester was out for 2 hours running in the neighborhood with the thugs. Sylvester OG, but Sylvester started messing with them chords and make me nervous. You know what I'm saying? So family, let's put the link in here. And I want to ask y'all, what's some topics? Bartholomew, come on, hit the link. You want to ask me, do I support? Oh yeah, Kelly X, please send Ben Carson. It'll be a respectable conversation, very respectable. Let's invite some people in and ask about some shows. And I'm gonna get a piece of paper so I can write this down because I want to do this for the people. S. Baylock L, you can come in too. I'm putting the link in here now. And for the rest of the show, we're gonna have a conversation about what coming shows that we are going to have on Moorish World TV. So let me grab a pen and a paper, and I'm going to bring to the people what they want on Moorish World TV. All right. So I'm gonna grab a pen and a paper right now. This is also airing on Moorish World TV 7. Moorish World TV 7 is primarily a Moorish philosophy, theology channel on Moorish World TV, where you can get all your Moorish uncut Moorish World TV 7. And we'll be starting there, me and my co-host, Tracy Page L. We'll be starting there in February. February, the first Wednesday of February, we'll be starting there. So anybody want to come in, hit the link. We're going to talk about some shows. Baylock L, hit the link. Kelly X, hit the links. Talk to me. Crazy cat. So he goes great. I'm gonna let him in again. Don't touch nothing. Don't touch no wires. Don't touch nothing. Sylvester. Now, animals haven't been disconnected like we have. They don't have people constantly brainwashing them with all sorts of ideas. Sylvester ain't gonna be here doing the show. I don't care what nobody say. He's not gonna be stealing the show. He's not gonna be the spotlight of the show. He a ghetto cat to make sure ain't no mice up in that demonstration. That's what he is. He's a ghetto pit bull cat to make sure ain't no mice coming up in here. That's what all he is for. That man. That's right. Everybody talking about what's the next show. I just put the link in. Come on, talk to me. Give me some ideas. I got a few shows coming up, but give me some ideas.
What you got? I don't see nobody hitting the link. With that being said, come on, Sylvester, you got to get down at least. Go and play somewhere. Got things to do here. Sylvester, get out my stuff. See, Sylvester tripping. Sylvester, stop. Go. You tripping. Sylvester see that red light. He think it's a game. Yeah, man. Yeah, he think it's a game. Sylvester ain't chasing ain't no rabbits around here. He said, Sylvester like chasing that rabbit. Ain't no rabbits around here. Them rabbits come around here. Sylvester ain't got to worry about them. Pew, 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 pew. Sylvester gonna get him when the man down. Get down, Sylvester. Sylvester gonna get him. You summon the cat. Man, that don't want to leave. Yeah. So family, one of the things that I do want to share is that another thing that we got to be aware of, on YouTube, right? You have a lot of people. This is Moorish World TV 7. That's what the logo look like. Come on, Sylvester. I'm gonna put you out again. I'm gonna put you out. Come on. Did y'all see that? Sylvester tripping. But one thing, Islam, Big Tupac. One thing that we have to understand is that if we are going to move forward on any level, the first thing that we have to do is deal with people with integrity, sincerity, and that's really about to do something. I got my brother, Minister Paul Scott, in the building. Salute, Black Messiah, Paul Scott, Minister. How you doing, brother?
Shalom, brother. I'm doing well, sir. I just want to say, man, that show you had about the theology of God, that show was brilliant. Now, I know to keep the audience, you got to come with the rah. I understand the way that science goes. But one point you brought out when you kind of jammed the sister up a little bit, when you said you got her to define, what do you mean by we? What do you mean by we? You can only speak for yourself. But yeah, I think that theology of God program was excellent.
Brother, I was feeling that so much, man. I got a lot of reviews from that. A lot of people hit me with emails and then Messenger, and it's such a shame. Like, I don't care about numbers per se. However, the numbers do control the algorithm. It doesn't control the success of the seeds that we plant, but it controls the algorithms. So, as you said, Minister Paul Scott, I'm very transparent. A lot of the rah-rah shows is about to bring, when people say, oh, you do it for views, absolutely, because I understand how algorithms work. And in order to get this deeper message out, sometimes I venture right on that line in order to. However, I'm sincere in that too, because we shouldn't have people taking advantage of our people who are seeking some type of redemption, liberation, or some type of confirmation by the way of the internet. And our people prey on them. So I like them shows too. But I really like the shows where, just like you just hit the link and mentioned that was a brilliant show. And what I like about this show, that it caused people to think. It starts to get people thinking. You follow what I'm saying? And those are the shows that I want to bring to the table. So if you had an idea for a show that could cause people to think on another topic, which would that show be?
Now, there is a show. Can the Bible be used for black liberation?
Woo! Are you prepared to join me on that?
Yes, sir. I mean, because I practice black liberation theology. Because our motto in the Black Messiah movement is stop waiting for a savior and be one. So yes, indeed.
So did you understand what I was saying? Because it sounds like we have the same philosophy with a different title to it, though.
Yeah, because I think we both come out of the Garveyite school.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not that rah-rah Garveyite, but the practical application of real work Garveyite. Not that screaming, black power, goddamn white man, no. The work where you can buy your own steamship. That type of Garveyite. The work where you can go ahead, brother.
The concept of one God, one aim, and one destiny.
Absolutely.
So what you did brilliantly in that conversation a couple of days ago, you actually brought all the concepts together. I'm like, okay, exactly what are we talking about? Because in the Black Messiah movement, it all depends on work. Again, stop waiting for a savior and be one. Because if you ask me what my concept of the Creator is, it's what he told Moses to tell the children of Israel. I am that I am. So I look at the concept of God as a mathematical equation. I am equals I am. And that covers everything. Whatever you think it is, that's what it is. Because
And
there's only one creator.
And I like to add to that. My
Yes, sir.
concept of Allah is ALVLAH, God,
Mhm.
the absolute. That's it. That's all. You know, the is the definite article.
Right.
La, God, the God. All of those other stuff people be talking about, man, don't put that stuff on me. I ain't into that crazy, weird, corny, the moon God, Allah God. No. I'm referring to the absolute. That's it. And however you want to take it from there, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Now, I can correlate it with the Most High. I can correlate it with I am that I am. And see, that's what actually unites us, is the philosophy of oneness.
Right.
The thing is, we look at what divides as opposed to what unites. Now, we will have difference of opinion when it comes to theology and some of this dogmatic stuff that's been given to us. But when it comes to a universal principle, we should be on the same page.
Indeed.
I don't care what house of liberation or spirituality that you in. When you have true spirituality, there is no division. The only division is the concepts that people bring to the table. That is dogmatic. That's the only.
And it all goes down to the works too. Not to cut you off, Grand Sheik, but it also comes down to the works. In the Black Messiah movement, we say we don't debate, we make miracles. And miracle stands for manifesting in reality, a clear living example. Manifesting in reality, a clear living example. In other words, don't just talk about it, be about it, because the truth bears witness of itself.
Man, you sound like me, brother. I got a saying where I said we don't just create, we elevate. Anything we take, we elevate it. You know what I'm saying? We take it, we elevate it. We take it, we elevate it. We make it better. We enhance it. We make it become into its God reality. I don't care what it is. Whether it was this building right here that somebody abandoned for the last 4 years, we're going to polish it up and bring it back to life. And we're going to utilize it for the benefit of the community. You feel what I'm saying? That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So I think that's a good conversation. Can the Bible be used for our liberation? Woo! Let me ask you real quick. What's your email first?
minpaulscott@yahoo.com.
Min Paul Scott.
Yeah, MIN Paul Scott at yahoo.com.
Okay, at Yahoo.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me ask you, anybody else want to hit the link? Come on, hit the link. I think that's a beautiful, man, this is going to be a beautiful show. Now, do you think, and then we can elaborate later, do you think that the Bible can be used for our liberation?
By my ways and actions, yes.
Okay, got you. Got to say it more.
Okay, go ahead. But can I throw one more? Can I throw one more to Grand Sheik?
Absolutely, brother. Hey, brother, let me tell you something. This is the people. This is the people show. So you ain't got to say, "Can I do anything?" Just come on in and give it what you got, because this is our platform. You follow what I'm saying? So from here on out, when it's your turn, brother, bring it to me. You ain't got to ask. This our house. Come on with it.
One more topic: the truth about what really happened to hip hop. I mean, the absolute truth. No hiding behind some mythological Illuminati, but to actually name the names who actually destroyed hip hop, who stole hip hop, the name of the record labels, the name of the people who appropriated Black culture, and why. Look, approach hip hop from that Steve Coakley perspective.
Woo! You know, I used to last year, I was like, I'm the new Steve Copeland. I'm the new Steve Copeland. I'm the new Steve Copeland. Because one thing about Steve, man, Steve didn't, it's so unfortunate that people think when you check somebody that they believe that you hate them or that you have some disdain for them. When in fact, we're only saying that you out of order. You out of line. Tighten up. Just tighten up. Because you know and I know that you out of line. It wouldn't matter if it's polite. It wouldn't matter if it's Ali Muhammad. It wasn't matter if, you know what I'm saying, whatever. At some point, these brothers missed the mark. That don't mean they wasn't on the mark at some point in time. But in 2022, many have missed the mark. And unfortunately, they're yesterday's news now because ain't nobody tripping off them no more. You know what I'm saying? They're yesterday's news. And so now we need people like Minister Paul Scott to step up, Brother Taharka Bey to continue to elevate. And we need others just like us, you know, to come forth to be able to give the people what they need to go to the next level. That's what we need to do now. And I would love to provide this platform for anybody who's ready to help our people elevate to the next level. But on the flip side of that, what you said is very important. We just can't be talking. We got to get our hands dirty and build something. Or it ain't worth anything. Do you have a social media, brother?
Yeah, everything's on the Black Messiah movement. I appreciate that.
Black Messiah. You have on the YouTube channel also?
YouTube, Facebook, IG, everything's on the Black Messiah movement.
Black Messiah movement.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to be emailing you tomorrow so we can set that show. I'm looking forward to that. And if you have any more topics, put them in the email and we can run them down, brother. You can be a fixture on Moorish World TV as we help build your platform. Because I always say the only way that the scammers or the manipulators can get by is because we don't have enough information to combat it and balance it out. You know what I'm saying? And we don't see the positive in those who feel as though that they are in the rhythm or the wave of the God mind or the God consciousness. They supposed to be working together to build each other. Because the devil going to work together every time. The manipulator going to work together every time. And so we need to be doing the same thing. We need to be building each other up and advancing each other. We advance and build each other, the devil don't stand a chance. The only way the devil wins is because we don't want fight. we think this is ours, but this ain't our plan.
As brother Coakley would say, we got to take down the core negativity.
Absolutely. With that being said, thank you, brother. I'm going to email you later. Let's see if we get somebody else. I see somebody else said something crazy. Islam, peace, shalom. I appreciate you, bro. Look for my email tomorrow.
You, yes, sir.
Indeed. Appreciate you more. Peace. So with that being said, we got somebody, Riddle Chicago says, no religion, prophet, or philosophy is able to liberate anyone. Hit the link, my brother. This is my brother I was talking about. Up jump the boogie! Up jump the boogie! My brother. Family, you got to hold on. Listen to me. Hold on. I can hear feedback. I can hear feedback.
What about now?
So, family, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can I hear you?
Yeah, I can hear you. So, family, listen. A few minutes ago, I said I'm going to bring my brothers from Temple of New African Thought in the building. Because they represent everyday living of the Kemetic science, the Kemetic way of life. They're not over the top. If you walk through the streets of Baltimore, if you see them every day, now his father, you would definitely, his father garbed up every day. But my brother, one day he might be in a suit, one day he may be garbed up, but they're always teaching the principles of Hayat. I mean, they do wonderful work in the community, family. I'm telling you, me and my brother bumped heads at one time about a polite issue, and I admit, brother, you was right, I was wrong. Listen, this is one of the first brother that told me Polite was a scammer, that Polite wasn't right. And I said, brother, you crazy. Nah. You know what I'm saying? And brother, I was wrong. You was right. This was one of the first times Polite came to Baltimore. But brother, I just mentioned you, and I said I want to bring you in the studio here, brother. You know I've been working, and so we here in Baltimore in Park Heights now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We got the people up, we got the studio up, and so brother, I need you to come in and explain to us your methodology of the comedic science, comedic way of life. Maybe you and your father, because like I said, I like Jabari. However, it appears to me that he commercializes it in order to get attention on Sinetta TV. And so I like brothers such as yourself, such as your father, and those within Temple of New African Thought, because they don't wear it. Y'all don't wear it on your sleeve. Y'all just live it. And so, brother, the floor is yours. Anything you want to add?
I'm wondering if this mic is working because do I have to go out and come back in?
Yes, you're breaking up a little bit.
Let me see if I can go out and come back in.
Hold up, you clear now.
I am?
Yeah, just talk.
Okay, so yeah, so peace, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing well, my brother.
Well, you know, I don't know what your affiliation is with anymore, but I was honored today at I think Temple 19 here in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely I wanted to say keep up the good work. You know, it ain't my job, you know, but what I'm saying is that what you're shining light on is real. No matter if everybody likes the way you do it or however you do it, nonetheless, it needs to be talked about. And one of the things I mean, me and my father, of course, we can come and talk about comedic science. Now, me as a clinician as well, I would like to talk about how to spot narcissists. And pretty much what we're dealing with is a lot of narcissistic personalities that I think you, honestly, brother Taharka, you know, I peep in here, you know, watch you. And I'm saying from a clinical standpoint, bro, you do a good job. I'm talking about you deal with some difficult cases here. And I'm being honest. I say Taharka's on it. You know, I mean, I'm going to say about 97% of the time. You went up on the whole vaccine. You might have to talk about that, but nonetheless,
you a vaccine? You a vaxxer?
Look, check this out.
I'm just asking. We can talk about it another time.
I'm not a vax or anti-vaxxer. But what I will say is, I don't think is a yes or no conversation. It's not a simple conversation.
No. I think it's a yes or no for an individual. It's a personal choice. And
I agree with that.
What I would ask is, what is your personal choice? I wouldn't try to persuade.
My personal choice is I took the vaccine, but I also take herbs. So you know, I mean, but nonetheless.
I'm sorry, my brother Dennis. Only thing I'm saying is I believe that it's a personal choice. However, if we get into the conversation, I would express why my personal choice is not to take it. You know what I'm saying? I won't try to convince you not to take it.
That's someone's choice. But I'm just saying that to say not to sideline the conversation, but when you talk about people who exhibit these behaviors, we don't have to continue to fall for these personalities because they're easy to spot. There's research and science that already supports it. Is you know, basically, I won't be the person call out names. I'll be talking about behaviors, and pretty much the behaviors you see is very simple to see. And these aren't things that just blow up in your face. We see these red flags early on.
Right. And so the thing is, I call out names. But let me first give honor to Temple number 19. If you don't know, Temple number 19 is the temple that I actually passed my charter to under David Baliel, the Grand Sheik there, Chambers L. I don't know if he was there today because he does work a lot, but Chambers L, Thomas Bay. That is my original temple here in Baltimore. As you know, I came out of Temple 13 with Edwards L. You know, and my temple was temple number 19.
It might be 13, I'm saying. I might be saying the wrong temple. It was 13. I think it was 13. I heard a few temples.
Okay, if it was 13.
Yeah, it was with Edwards L and a whole bunch of.
Yeah, and temple 19 probably was there too. But anyway, so I left that. Yeah, and then I was commissioned to do temple number 22, which I'm doing now. But nevertheless, they give honor to them brothers for what they are putting down. But I want to say to you that when I call names because I've become a personality on social media. And the personality on
I think you should call names.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. The personality on social media it has to be responsible to the people, so the people won't get duped, played, and scammed. And now you could look at it from a clinical standpoint and say, yeah, and now this is what you look for in this type of personality, and that'll be a good analysis on this show.
And that's why I can't call names, because then I'll be diagnosed.
Right.
So, but when we talk, you can call all the names you want, but when I can talk about behaviors, and you say, well, this fits this person, or if it's that person. But nonetheless, but there is, like, everybody knows Donald Trump is a malignant narcissist, but that's
Right.
not really a clinical diagnosis. So there's ways to talk about it as well, because yeah, but we have a lot of that going on in our community. People who are utilizing people at
what is your professional titles? Do you hold any professional titles? Because you mentioned clinical. I know you as a real brother in the Baltimore community, as under TNAC, Temple New African Thought. I know you for a lot of work that you put in the community, and I know you for being in the trench. You still on Bel Air Road?
We actually moved to Harford Road. You gotta come check us out. We got a real nice big old place.
See, they don't know about when you used to have the get-togethers in the alley. They don't know about that. They don't know about that. But what is your professional titles that you hold?
Well, okay. So first and foremost, I'm the minister of Temple New African Thought, right? I'm the founder of Temple New African Thought. I'm a licensed clinical professional counselor. I'm a PhD candidate.
Hold on. You a licensed clinical
professional counselor.
Okay. Now, do you got that degree from offline?
Let me show you mine. Look, I did
it. Hey, did you get it from Detroit in the building?
So I would do this because, and I've been on social media. I used to be on social media, but we got to do this for our people. Nobody should be hiding because.
Look at this! Look at this! Look at this!
I mean,
look at this!
So people saying they're not going to show you that degree, that you should already be a suspect. If anybody say they're going to show you a degree, this is my office.
I love you for that, brother. And when I'm saying I love you for that, is because one of the things that is one of the clear signs that I always try to tell people to watch. If one says, I'm not going to show you my degree, then that shows you that there is some illegitimacy about them. Even if they got a legitimate degree,
absolutely,
I don't know. It's something illegitimate about them. But go ahead, brother.
Yeah, so I'm also a PhD candidate. That means that I've done all my coursework for my doctorate degree. I'm just closing out my I think I sent you an email about my research study, which is actually race-based trauma. Is measuring the relationship between race-based trauma, Black identity, and spirituality. Now I know we get this word Black identity, but Black identity is best basically say how you identify as you. How do you identify as you? And you can say I ain't Black. You can say I am Black. You identify as Black. So then we're measuring that and relating to spirituality and race-based trauma and see if there's any correlations, connections, patterns, so that we can see what is not working for our people, what is working for our people.
Absolutely. And one thing about me, Brother Dennis, man, I don't get into that Moorish dogmatic, Black is this and Black is that. I'm a Moorish American, period. And now let's have the conversation on how we can evolve, advance, and elevate ourselves as a people. That's where I'm at with it. But now, if it came to that conversation for the sake of a social media vlog, I don't have no problem with that. But in reality, Man, I relate to people in the trenches. You know what I'm
But
saying?
I get it though. I mean, I still get even what the Moorish Science Temple is saying. You got what I'm
Right.
saying? So, but when we're doing like research and things of that nature, we have to go with what people are going to be able to respond to. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, definitely, I get it, and it makes a lot of sense to me personally.
So what do you think about some of the YouTube Kemet personalities that we see? And I would name, but you don't have to name, but I'm just talking about the personalities, like Shaka Atmos, Jabari, and you don't have to say which one you're talking about, but what do you think about these sorts of personalities? Do you think these sorts of personalities and these instructors are conducive to where we need to go? Or do you think that it have been sensationalized for the sake of social media? Because I sensationalize Moorish science too. Don't get it twisted. I sensationalize it to get your attention. But go ahead, brother.
Well, I'll put you in a different bag, at least right now, right? I'll put you.
Yeah, I'm not phony. They phony. To me, but my bad.
Yeah, what you showed me up to this point, even with our fat, you know what I'm saying? You even with that, you even try to let's correct this, brother. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I'm saying is, without even speaking just to them, in general, what I'm seeing is narcissistic behavior. Anytime, let me just clarify this. If you're on site at a station and you're not calling him out or holding him accountable, and you are saying that you are some body of authority in a Kemetic faith or tradition, and he can go on there and disrespect his own woman, and act as if Taharka Bey is disrespecting his own woman, but he can tell her, shut up, shut the F up, shut the F up, and worse than that, you get on my nerves, like right in front of people, and then somehow no one checks that, not even priests, ministers, whoever,
Hey, bro, that blew me away. That blew me away that these brothers, because if it was me, and if it was my Moorish brother sitting on my show, the first time, it wouldn't even have to be my Moorish brother proclaimed per se. If an individual came on my show and attempted to say something like that, even to a guest, I'm gonna get you out there. We ain't even gonna entertain that. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of blew me away that, as you said, these guys that's supposed to be principle-driven guys, supposed to be spiritual leader guys, priests, et cetera, they just sit there and watched it.
Yes.
They just sit there and watched it.
It's not the only. I mean, even with my sister, Dr. Mayat, here, they disrespected her, but people still consistently go on that platform and not ever say, look, let's hold you accountable. My brother, Sinai can come back and apologize all the time. He can come back and apologize all the time, but we have to realize that's a behavior, that's a trick.
Bro, you are so correct. That time, they disrespected Sister Mayat, regardless of the differences that people may have philosophically. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But that time, man, and them brothers jumped in them vans and went up there, that changed the whole narrative, because they realized that Baltimore wasn't going for it. I don't know if you remember that. Sister Mayat will tell you about it. You know what I'm saying? But right after that apology, you give it 6 months, and these people are back on the same thing. Now, you was about to get dragged in living color at your own event, and you apologize, even pay up some money. See, people don't know that. But 6 months later, you're right back at it. What is that? What type of, from a clinical standpoint? One, I apologize, and man, listen, it's not like that. I had a moment, and man, let me make a donation to you. And then 6 months later, we back in. That's why I say I don't play with Sinetta no more. Nah, I don't accept your apology. But what is that clinical, from a clinical standpoint, that this happened? This has been going on for over 5 years. You and I know.
So this
What
is
is
not
that?
diagnosing. This is not diagnosing, but people at some point what we have to realize. Let me say this again. This is not diagnosing. This is something that possibly can be going on with anybody who might be experiencing something similar. So the thing is, when we see people, it's a book on narcissism, right? And it say when you show me who you are, believe me. And what we don't realize is that type of behavior is so low that a person cannot just change like that. When a person does those type of things and they consistently do it, they're going to consistently do it. They can't change. In order is a personality. Personality just doesn't change that easy. And so we talked about personality, healthy personality, and then we can talk about personality that falls into categories such as personality disorders. And what we're seeing on social media is people who have been hurt, traumatized, hence having personality issues. And one thing we need to, again, I want to say we need to know about personality is that it is a rigid construct and it just doesn't change like that. A person can change, but for the most part, we are set. But you have to want to change. You have to accept your behaviors. You have to know that this is a problem you're gonna live with, but you're gonna have to fight it. You're gonna have to get some damn religion. You're gonna have to go and get a community that holds you responsible. Because that shit comes back, excuse my language, it comes back in your mind, it's up in here. Believe me, because it's easy to go back when you're under stress. But also, that when you know certain personalities, I'm just gonna put it like that, they are who they are and believe them.
Absolutely. 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 100%. So, brother, you know we got to set up to get you up in
It's
the
abuse.
studio.
Let me just say that. It's abuse. I can say that. It's abuse and it's abusive. And I've also done domestic violence training and for men who are the abusers. I work with women every day who are being abused. So when you hear these women, such as the sister, who may be a little awful, I mean, might be a little questionable sometimes, the York sister, but nonetheless, the way she lays the story down, she's laying it down that these people are abusive.
Yes.
It's line and sinker. These behaviors, you can once you know them, you understand them, you realize how people behave. You know what they're going to do. It's abuse.
So when you look at back to what I was saying, somebody said you asked them about the Shaka and Jabari. Nagas, I wasn't specifically asking them about in particular Shaka and Jabari. What I'm saying is those sorts of personalities that we see that claim to represent the Kemetic science community or claim to be Kemetic priests. What value does that have, if any, from a social media standpoint?
Unresolved trauma. That's the other answer. These are people who have been traumatized. These are people who have been traumatized and they have not resolved the trauma. They have not dealt with it. This is what we're dealing with.
Wow. Man. Bro, we got to make a time for you to get over here, bro. You and your father. I just seen your father at Mom's grocery. And this is the thing. You know, the funny thing about this is that I was telling a brother today, a Moorish brother, I said, brother, you know, if you go, a lot of these people you see on social media, if you would go to their homes, nothing about their homes would say, I'm talking about their character, nothing about it would say anything that they claim to represent about their character. And let me speak on Sister Nepal, because you had mentioned her. I want everybody to know that I didn't set out to disrespect Sister Nepal. What I set out to do is show an example of patterns, to show that Sinetta was setting up a scenario to cash in. And if anybody followed it, Sinetta brought her, appeared to be a co-host. Then he tried the sister panel thing. Then I'm gonna bring some sisters on the panel, but I'm bringing them to genuinely give us their experience as sisters that can help and assist other sisters that may have been through or going through some of the same stuff. But then he created the panel. Then he started with the next thing with these fabulous flyers. And he started saying catchphrases. The smartest Hebrew, the best Bible scholar. You want to bring your wife, and my wife will knock all of y'all down. And the promotion, the WWE thing. You know what I'm saying? And so what I wanted to show is that in reality, it's all a setup, because this is who we really dealing with. When one has that many pictures over the internet, this is not a long time ago. These are recent things. When one has that many pictures floating and videos floating around the internet, you cannot tell me that you are a functional, active, sincere person who follow the tenets of the Bible or a Bible scholar to the level that you are that in your everyday life when you got this over here. Because what you saying here doesn't match here. Whether we believe in the Bible or not, what you're pushing over here doesn't match here.
But they don't belong. That's again.
Doesn't match. So,
but that goes back, Brother Taharka, to what I said earlier, that you need to be a part of some type of organization, home, or community. They can say whatever the hell they want to say because they have nobody to be accountable to. And that's what we're dealing with.
Brother.
People about elders, people about people, council members. We're dealing with people about people that they have to be accountable to. That's what the first time I came on your show way back is because I was saying, look, that's not the conscious community. Sinetta did not create the conscious community. If you look at the Conscious Heads Barbershop was open longer than for a long time, and the word conscious has been thought. It's nonetheless.
That's man.
Say it again.
I was over there a few months ago, man. I'm trying to, man, behind the scenes, man. There's so many extraordinary talents here in Baltimore that do conscious work, and they don't get credit for it. They're not looking credit for it. Such as yourself, the credit that you get is what you produce and those who go in and out of your circle, because you see them all the time. And when they see me, it's Grand Sheik, Brother Taharka Bey. The character is superb. It's superb. But this internet stuff, woo, brother, it's something. And shout out to my brother Jabari, man. We supposed to be putting some things together, man, but this COVID thing is really shifting things. In fact, and I'll drop it right here. We're hoping to bring the integrity back. I mean, he always had it, but when you look at social media, the integrity to lectures seem to be left due to the Sinetta antics. And I don't want to keep on dropping his name, but that the integrity has left, on social media. But we know Jabari gives the most integral lectures that anyone could ever see. Been doing it for so many years, from Dick Gregory on up to Lord Jamal. Right. So, as well as Sister Mayat and on and on. And so that's what I'm hoping to do, that you, me, him can get together and bring some dynamic stuff back to the people. Because that other stuff is gone. It's over for them, bro.
I mean, most of the people bootleg, even my brother Sinetta, they bootleg Brother Jabari's. I mean, Brother Jabari ain't saying that. I'm saying it. They bootleg his stuff and put their names and labels on it. Because if you look at it, a lot of those lectures are done right here in Baltimore at Sojourner Douglas College, and many people got tons of views and hits off of lectures the Brother Jabari and Soul Bible Nations and Reality Speaks put on.
Yeah, exactly. And not to mention, even the House of Consciousness was in existence in Virginia, as well as one in Philadelphia, way before that name was used by our brother Sinetta. And so, I mean, again, I think it's time for the real to reclaim the community. Like Ashwa, Dr. Ben, people might don't agree with these brothers, you know, because we got a lot of people that want to disagree just to disagree in these days, now that they're not on the height where they were in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? But we got a new group now, which you, myself, and others who actually live this day to day have the ability to transfer it to the people. And now it's time for us, brother. You need to be a regular on Moorish World TV. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and let me say this.
And build your in conjunction, because you got something to offer that the people actually can walk away with and become better after listening to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for that.
But you said you want to say something?
I wanted to say, and one of the things you see, I think you asked the question earlier. Lots of so I think brother Reggie is correct when he talks about, you know, I think there's temples such as there's more who have more like try to replicate Kemetic spirituality. Then there's more the approach like the Malefi, Kitty Asante, Dr. Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark, and these people who are more come from a scholastic spiritual approach. Which when there's a difference there, you know, I'm not saying one is right or wrong, but what I will say is that's part of the difference you see. And I'm going to say this: part of what we call consciousness or African-centeredness has been destroyed to some degree by what that brother has allowed on his station. Because even your song Hotep, that's like the beginning of the end. So what I'm saying is, and I've been telling people for years, they're like, "Oh, he getting the name out there, he getting the word out there, he getting the," you know. I said, "Well, he's going to destroy it." And now he not only to some degree, it's going to resurrect, but he's not, because he's burned out. It's like out of the ashes, he's burned it. Some newness is going to come out, but the problem right now is getting out people off of that drug over there. Because it's hard to show you a swindler like Brother Polite. That's not a diagnosis. That's you know, it's hard to show you that and then go back to a Dr. Ben or a brother talking sense like myself or yourself without, you know, like the part of the reason is, let me give you an example. One of the reasons why you are really, from my observation, being successful, because your talk is kind of like gospel rap. You talk about the gun bangers. You talk about the bangers. You even put the banging in your rap so people can catch it. They can feel it. But you're not the banger.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You're not the swindler. You're talking about, you're exposing the swindlers with a certain level of conviction, which makes it really it's not filth though.
And again, I challenge anybody that says that I swindled somebody to come sit down with me if you are in Baltimore. And if you are not in Baltimore, you can come face me face to face. Just turn your camera off. See, because this is how it goes. Anybody can turn on a camera and put a emoji up there and say anything about anybody at any given moment. But the hard part is to look a man in his eyes and keep it a buck. And if I say that you have swindled somebody, I am willing to stand, sit, talk to you face to face and say, yes, you did. And here is the receipts. Now refute the receipts so we can move on.
Yeah. You know, that's clear. And
refute the receipts so we can move on.
Look how many views you got, and look how many people you got come out here saying you swindled them. None, but if somebody did it, it's a fake. But when you look at Polite, or you look at these other people, you see it all day long. Now, my brother Sinetta is pretty smart. I did a video about him a few years ago. I said I wasn't going to say anything, but I am saying Sinetta because I really do have some level of some. He got to grow. He got to grow up. People have to hold him accountable. You have to hold him accountable. In fact, he's not going to grow up. I'm sorry. Umar Johnson's not going to grow up. You know, some things we have to just realize people are not going to change because it's personality. When people have these hard set, personality is hard set. I know you can go and find some other pseudoscience to say it isn't, but what I'm telling you is it ain't changing.
I just went to I really didn't go to hear Umar's lecture on his book, because if you heard him once, you heard him a million times. But it's just what it is. But I will say, when Umar first came on the scene before he was super popular, and he was talking about how the school system manipulates the system and getting the children on the Ritalin and everything. I was like, yeah, that's official. And the reason why I said that official, because I was one of them children where they was trying to get my mother to, slow me down. We call it the slow me down, put me on the slow me down. And so my wife, she literally likes Umar for that part of his career, if you will, and me and my wife always have a conversation. I say, Umar is not going to pull off the school. My wife, she's still a supporter, hoping that he'll pull it off. You know what I'm saying? But I tell all the time, he's not going to pull it off. I said, one of the reasons is that because I know what it takes to build something. You feel what I'm saying? I know what it takes. If you can get a bandit house in Baltimore, but if you go to an auction and get one for 10, 15,000, do you have money for the HVAC? This is just one house, one row house. Do you have money for the roof? Do you have money for the foundation? Do you have, because you may come across anything. And I think you do something in real estate too, right?
Yes, sir.
Some people just is not going to have the money to bring it up to code in order to utilize it. You know what I'm saying? Now you're talking about a person with a building, 2 buildings the size of 2 elementary schools. You haven't considered operational costs. You know what I'm saying? Teachers, what you got doctors, nurses, if you will, down to the janitors. To cut the grass. You don't even got to get to the operational cost is something that you haven't considered. Now we get back to the personality part.
It isn't ding, as we say in Baltimore, used to say it's ding ding.
It's ding ding. How would you say that thing? Ding ding.
Ding. It's not going to happen. It's, as one of my brothers here said, it's an impossibility. I don't care if he had all the money. The personality would destroy it.
Absolutely. And how many people are going to send their babies to that institution with the face of that personality? He has to do that quietly. You know what I'm saying? He can't do it.
First of all, you can't. Most people aren't able to do it because they got perms in their hair, weave. You can't come to the school if you got weave, and you got to send your children to stay overnight. Now, all this old craziness and foolishness. Who?
So let me ask a question before I get you out of here. But brother, I'm gonna text you. Matter of fact, ask your father when he's available. We can do it next week if you're available.
Okay.
Bring you into the studio, probably like on a Thursday or something. I don't know what you do on Thursday. In the evening.
I counsel. This is my office, so I really have a wellness center. Like still talking about his, right?
I don't mean to cut your wisdom, brother. You know what's funny to me? As you know, if you ain't know, you heard. I've always been struggling, rubbing coins together, trying to make sure I have a location for the people. Not to have a rented location. Nothing wrong with that because you got to start from somewhere. But in this city, from Fulton Avenue, from Clifton Avenue, and now I'm here in Park Heights. Man, I've always did that. And you always, from the time that I remember, matter of fact, didn't y'all have a location up in Woodlawn at one time?
That was my father's barbershop.
Location up there in Woodlawn. Somebody had
off of Woodlawn Drive. You probably talking about my father's barbershop. Yeah, I can't hear you, brother Taharka. It's breaking up so bad. I've been chopping. I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Years ago. I remember.
I'm having a problem.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
It's breaking up.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I didn't hear your question because it's breaking up so bad. I do know a brother up on Liberty Road, if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah. So whatever the case may be, can you hear me now?
I can.
Breaking up. I don't know. You can hear me?
I can. You know what? I see now. I'm looking at your
Can y'all
lips.
hear me? Check.
It's like a delay on your lips. That's what it is. So I can't hear you, but it's just a delay.
Press 7 if y'all can hear me. Let's find out if that's me.
Let me close out some stuff.
Okay, okay. So what I wanted to say is that you have always had a location to centralize your work. You follow me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's true.
It's my connection. It's my connection. Right now, right now, I'm on Wi-Fi. Next week we'll be hardwired. Hopefully we can get. Matter of fact, I think it's 2 weeks out. We'll be hardwired. We'll be hardwired. We just got to get the cable people out here. So we'll be hardwired. So we just right now we're just on Wi-Fi, and it's never good to go on Wi-Fi doing a live stream. But with that being said, they say it's on my end. With that being said, in fact, hold up. Let me see something. Hold up. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So with that being said, somebody says on my end. They say because he's either using city free Wi-Fi or he's stealing somebody else's Wi-Fi. No, when you have listen, when you have Comcast, you can lock into Comcast anywhere or use your phone as a hotspot. So that's not the issue. Live streaming just not good on Wi-Fi, especially when you go this long and you Moorish World TV. But with that being said, bro, I've always tried to put my efforts in to have a central location in order to administer to the people. But these people that we see on the internet, they do not have any type of centralized location to exemplify what they say that they believe in. None of them. Did you hear me?
Yeah, because it costs too much. The internet is free. You know, I mean, it's not free. You pay $29, $30, $40 a month, and they do their thing. You know.
Can you imagine how much money Sinetta have made with the lectures, and he don't have?
But they did ask for the building fund, if you remember. The building just never came. They had building funds, you know.
That's the point, man. That's the point. And so it's time. The point that I'm making, it's time for us, those people that legitimately want to help people, legitimately want to help people elevate. It's time for us to come forth.
So that goes back to what I'm saying, though, brother Taharka. So your question was Thursdays don't work for me because Tuesday to
hold up. Somebody say 21215 in the building. You ain't in the building. That's where I'm at. And 21215. That's Park Heights. Where you at, Gary Moore? I ain't gonna put the address out yet because we ain't finished, but I got you. Gary Moore, email me, man. Come on, man. Come on in the studio, man. We right Heights. We right near Park Heights Avenue. There. You know, right there by over there, right around the corner. Stop. But I'm sorry, I got excited because I seen Baltimore in the building. But go ahead, Brother Winkle. What you
Tuesday
saying?
and Thursday, I'm counseling clients here, couples, families, individuals, groups, men's groups, women groups, individuals, families, couples. So that's not a good day for me. But Fridays, hold up, Mondays. Unless it's later in the evening, like really late.
I might have to get you on Saturday.
On Saturday works too.
Saturday, yeah, like 7:30. I'm gonna be dropping my shows around 7:30 now. 7:30 in the evening. And so talk to your father and see if he wanna come through. And let's get it going, brother. Let's get it going.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let me say this. I really have. You know, I'm a therapist, so I do have compassion for our brothers and sisters. But they jump. We jump on YouTube with unresolved trauma, hence we traumatize other people, and many times for profit.
Yeah. And that's you know, one thing I say, I tell people all the time on this platform, if these brothers was not proselytizing through a camera on YouTube, now Dennis, you know what I do? I'm the home improvement guy. What would they be doing to make money for a living? Some of that stuff you can't even put your hand on. Some of these people you can't even put your hand on. I'm not sure what Sinetta would be doing.
They'll be doing what they're doing. YouTube just made it easier.
I got you. I
mean, you know, a snake is going to do what a snake does. You know, you give him a larger platform, he can continue to do it. You know, oppression happens at all levels. I'm not the one to think oppression happens just at the highest level. You know, there's sub-oppressors.
Indeed. So, brother, we're going to schedule this for Saturday. They say, who is his pops? You're going to meet him on Saturday. I'm telling you, you're going to meet him on Saturday. And all I got to say is that these are bona fide, and I'd like to use the term comedic scientists. But when I'm talking about, forget the internet titles that people like to put on it, that live and strive to be what is described in those 42 confessions.
And you know what else I like
without the titles, I was trying to say without the titles,
right?
These strive to live in that. And that's why I respect and honor this brother. And like I say, this brother was one of the first ones to tell me, nah, Taharka, babe. And he said it right in polite face. Remember that?
I was a little bit more rah then. You know, I got I mean, a calm rah. I would never rah, but calm rah.
Yeah, and I was like, because I think you was asking me, bro, why you don't expose polite? I was like, for what? I was clueless at the time. And many people try to hold that against me, but I'm telling everybody that during that time, many people were clueless. Many people were clueless.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I remember you said that to me, brother. I'm like, man, what you talking about?
Yeah.
Man, what you so, brother, you ain't been wrong yet. Now, what you was ready to say, take us out, brother.
Well, I don't know what I was about to say, but family, brother Taharka, keep doing the work. Keep doing what you do. Thanks for allowing me come on. I don't really pop into social media so much anymore because, you know, there's a lot of work out here. There's a lot of work doing what we do. But, you know, I will say this. I have to say this. I'll be remiss if I don't say this. I'll tell you, you are doing a great job. And I want to tell you a moment when I saw it at its best. When you was on it, I thought you was coming from a man Snup a little hard, right? I'm like, why ain't treat Snup like that? But even with Snup little interesting ways, you still did not allow that to derail you from the sister in her hurting pain. You said, okay, now it's easy to say Snup, you, but you said, hold up, something ain't adding up. So I'm telling you, if you want to go back or if you whatever, man, you are a good counselor, therapist, and I'm going to say that, you know, you might do it at the Moorish temple, what have you, but you got skills, bro. Peace and power.
And I thank you, my brother. Peace. And inshallah, God willing, whatever, we're going to be here Saturday with you and your father here in Park Heights, sitting on the couch. The first interview on the Moorish program with, and guess what? I told my wife, the first brothers I want on the couch is my brother Asar. I told my wife that. I said, I'm going to get them on this couch. And this ain't the side of the couch. This is the legitimate, see, this is the pure couch.
I see.
It is what it is. But I salute you, brother. And email me or text me to confirm that your father say it's a go, and we get it going. All right?
All right, no problem. Peace, brother.
Peace, brother. And family, anybody wants to know, somebody asked, is he a comedic scientist? Is he a comedic priest? We're going to ask all of those questions. That's why I didn't ask. You know what I'm saying? We're going to ask all of those questions come this following Saturday. All right? We're going to ask all those questions. I seen there was a Moorish brother that was making some. It was a Moorish brother that was making some commentary. I think it was Baylock Bay or something like that. Come on in, family. Come on in, citizens. Come on in. What's up, Hannibal Hill? We in the Moorish Science Temple of America / Unity Hall / Moorish World TV Studios / the Alliance for Political Accountability Offices / the Sisters Auxiliary for the Moorish Science Temple of America. All the houses. Everything that we need will be housed in Unity Hall. Also, we have a store here, which is, without a doubt, what is this here? Let me see. Oh, also, we have a store here that will be opening in the spring called Noble Tangier, right? It's called Noble Tangier. And anybody in Baltimore will be able, or surrounding areas, you'll be able to come here. And whether you want books on Dr. Ben, whether you want books on Dr. Clark, Ashwa Kwesi, whether you want, and I'm literally stocking up on these things now. Whether you want Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, Quran of Al-Islam persuasion, whether you want fezzes, whether you want soap oils, whether you want any type of literature that you can imagine, we'll be selling here at Noble Tangier. And we'll be open every day, every single day. We'll be open every single day from 10 to 7 in the evening. No, I got to get my baby. So it'll be 10 to 5:30. Enough time to run, get my baby. So you'll be able to come in. You don't have to go to the Arabs in Baltimore no more to buy no oil. You won't have to go to the Arabs to buy kufis. You won't have to go to the Arabs to buy anything that relates to our Islam unless you want to. You follow what I'm saying? And if you are in the Black Power movement, quote unquote, you'll be able to come and get your Garvey flags. You'll be able to get your Garvey books. You'll be able to get your Garvey literature. You'll be able to get the Garvey experience here. You feel what I'm saying? You'll be able to come here and get everything that you need. That's right. Shout out to everyone's place. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to come to get everything you need here. And it won't be a one-stop shop just for Moorish. It'll be whatever we can provide for our people. You feel what I'm saying? Wherever you at on your spiritual path, you'll be able to get the Tanakh. You'll be able to get whatever you want here. So again, this is Unity Hall. And Unity Hall is going to house the Moorish Science Temple of America. You'll be able to come here on Friday to have a Moorish Science Temple of America Holy Day meeting. You'll be able to come here on Sunday to get a Guidance of the Nations class as we go deeper into the lessons of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. You'll be able to come here to see the political atmosphere that goes on in Baltimore as we will call out some of the political figures that running for office or claim that they want to do something for the people. We'll bring them here and get them on this couch and see if they're worthy of our vote, if they're worthy for our support. And we'll go from there. This is a new platform, all right? This is a whole new ball game today. We're still going to have some fun with it. We're still going to call out these frauds, but we're going to take it to a whole nother level. While they're sitting there debating, we're going to be over here elevating. You follow what I'm saying? And we're going to keep it entertaining. We're going to keep it fire, and we're going to keep it real over here. We ain't going to play with it. And so I just had to get sharp for you tonight. You know what I mean? I just had to get sharp for you tonight. But tomorrow we'll be back. We're gonna have the Moorish World TV logo in the back. We're gonna keep the red and white. We're gonna have the Moorish World TV logo in the back. But have the Taharka Bay .com logo in the back, and we're going to start our mission tomorrow. We got our sister Yasmin, we got our sister Almatula, we got my wife Robinelle, and we're going to actually try to get Almatina Bay to come on the channel tomorrow. I'm going to make sure. So I'm going to try to kick it off at 7:30. I'm gonna try to kick it off at 7:30. I want to try to give us shows on the weekend at 7:30. Now during the week, I'm gonna go ahead and hit 9:30. Now the other shows that I do at 9:30 may not be in the studio because I got a choice today. We might be in the studio, but tomorrow we're gonna be in the studio. I got a choice today. You see what I'm saying? We can go in the studio at the house, or we can go studio at Moorish World TV Studios. So family, I want to thank you for all your support. If you ever gave a nickel, if you ever gave a dime, if you ever gave your time, if you ever gave a share, let me let you know that my coins and your coins make a bigger coin. Again, I want to thank all my supporters. I want to thank all those who support truth. And I ask that you continue to encourage one another because I ain't going to be talking like this tomorrow now, man. But I want to say tonight, continue to encourage one another, continue to push one another, continue to make sure that we advance and we don't leave our next generation like the former generation left us in some intents and purposes. Sylvester, you're not going to sleep right here. Sylvester, say hi to the people. Say hi to the people. Sylvester, they right there. Sylvester, they right there. Say hi to the people. This is my God cat right here. That's right. That's right. And you know why I got Sylvester? I got Sylvester because my son came home from school. And how did this work? I was picking him up at school, and he started walking or something, and he said, "Dad, I found a cat underneath the car. Don't be mad at me. I can't leave him there." My son Taji. I was like, man, where's the cat? We had to go get the cat. And the cat was about that big. Oh, wait a minute. Cat was about that big. And now Sylvester done grown up. It was a kitten. Now Sylvester done grown up. And now Sylvester is God now. Sylvester was at the crib. But then I was trying to make sure no mice be up in here. Somebody say Taji don't sound like that. Hold up. Let me see. They said Taji don't sound like that. Let me see. I got to get out of here, family. Let me say I appreciate y'all. Let me see. Let me see if he watching his father. Let me see. Watch it. Somebody said, you got books on Yamaya? I don't, but I can get them. I've read them before. I don't have any. Let me see if he has the phone. He probably on that Xbox. You know what I'm talking about? Probably on that Xbox. Uh-oh, we got Kush brother in the building. Let me see. Let me see my brother Kush brother. This is the last one for the night. What up, Kush brother? How you doing?
So, hey, Todd, can I ask you a question quick? Like,
absolutely, brother. Anytime.
Yeah, I know it's a lot of Moors out there, but you ever heard of Tariq Bey?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that true about if I say I'm a Moor, I'm sovereign and everything, and like, am I a sovereign?
Ain't nothing true about that. Okay, let me ask you a question. What exactly do you interpret that to mean?
Okay, I'm gonna give you an example, right? If I get stopped if I get stopped by the police, I can say I'm a Moor, and they gotta leave me alone.
Now you're going to jail if you broke the law. You're going to jail.
Like okay.
You're going to jail. This is why. what people fail to understand is that if you break the law, or as Tariq would like to say, that's not a law, that's a statute. Okay. If they determine that you have violated a statute or law, you have to understand that whether you like it or not, you can call this your land all you want. It's if you believe that this is your land, then your land is under occupation. You understand? And if your land is under occupation, the occupiers have the ability to enforce the law that they have placed on this land. Now, in order to become a true sovereign, you have to establish yourself a political identity that can compete and rival the political system that exists. And then you will become a true sovereign. But until that day, you are going to be subject to the laws of the borders of the United States of America. And there's no way around it. Now, is some of the laws inappropriate for human beings or imbalanced as it relates to our people? Of course. So the objective to that is to find a way to remedy that. The only way you can remedy that is through unity and through the execution of occupying the office that got the pen and make the laws. You have to get the pen in your hand. You follow?
I was gonna say, brother. Right. I was gonna say this. The reason I asked, it's a whole lot of people who say they Moors. Unfortunately, they go into jail, but behind listening. So I was gonna say, could Taj Bey come on Moorish World TV and try to explain it?
Let me say this. Taj Tariq Bey, I don't think. I'm trying to set up an interview with him now with his nephew. Me and his nephew are real cool. But I don't believe that Taj Tariq Bey will come on Moorish World TV to try to explain it, because once you compare it with the Prophet Noble Drew Ali's teaching, Taj Tariq Bey is going to look foolish. You understand? And he knows it. It's not something that he doesn't know. He knows it. Anyone that opposes Taj Tariq Bey will not have that conversation. You have never seen him have a conversation with a Moorish American that opposes his philosophy. Have you seen it? I guarantee you nobody on the internet seen it. It doesn't exist. Because one who follows the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali can easily debunk that philosophy within 15 seconds. He can debunk it if you follow the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. It's just not consistent. In fact, not only can myself or qualified Moorish American can debunk it, I will also show you where he got it from. And it comes from the sovereign European ideology, the white supremacist, quote unquote. That's not even his. The tag thing, the right to travel, the sovereignty ideology, whether people say, well, we don't call ourselves sovereigns, whatever. The whole ideology comes from the white supremacist organization. I can show word for word, action for action, where it comes from. You know what I mean? It's not hard. You know what I'm saying? So Taj Tariq, I don't believe that he will ever come forth to have a conversation with me about this topic.
But I was gonna say, this is why, right? In order for the Moors to unite, Taj gonna have to have a debate. He gonna have to eventually. He gonna have to show and prove, and he gonna have to debate the Moors on that. Taj is eventually.
I don't think he's ever going to do it. And many Moors don't want to unite with the Moorish theology, philosophy, or way of life. Many Moors get with Taj because they want a get out of jail free card, or they got some child support, some DWIs, and they say, I don't need a license anyway. But in fact, they got their license revoked for drinking and driving, drugging and driving, or child support. And so when they hear this Moorish stuff that say, you don't need a license, you got a right to travel, you're a sovereign, they, aha, now I can stop. That's what many people get with that stuff for. They don't get with it because the genuine approach to say, I want to be a Moor, they don't get with it because of that. They get with it because it's a back door, so they think. But that back door leads them right through the front door of somebody's jail. Every time. Every time. You know what I'm saying? And the Moors wasn't about that. The Moors was about, and continued to be about, building something tangible. And if you wanted to make a difference, you see what I'm saying? If you want to make a difference, get 1,000 people in your city to vote for your homeboy, and let your crazy homeboy become the city council person. Because guess what? On the local politic level, your homeboy can be the alderman if you get 2,000 people to go up there and vote for him, and he can sign the check for you. You see what I'm saying? See, they don't want you to know that. See, people talk about the presidential election and all that. No, get that. Get your homeboy to be the alderman, or your homegirl to be the alderwoman, by getting 2,000 people to put them in office, and then you get them to write the check to the people. That's how you move. You occupy. You see what I'm saying? You occupy a political system. That's how you move. And you do it locally. You don't worry about the national politics immediately. You worry about your local politics. You worry about your city councilmen. You worry about your city councilwomen. You worry about your aldermen. You worry about your treasurers. You worry about judges can be voted in. You worry about things like that primarily. And then you take over the system. That's Moorish science. That's Moorish science.
Okay, brother. Thank you, brother. But I still want to see that debate with Taj, but thank you, bro.
Yeah, I want to see it too. Let me say this, Kush, I want to see it too. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to get it done for years. I even sit down privately with Taj 2 times. And we sit in private meetings 2 times. And Taj just blew up on me. He got mad. Don't nobody want to hear that Moorish science, Temple of America stuff. Don't nobody believe it. I'm like, whoa, what? This is a fact. You know what I'm saying? In private meetings, trying to set up this debate. I don't think anybody want to debate that against what I'm a part of. I don't see it, brother. I would love for it to happen, but I don't see it. I just don't see it.
Okay.
But salute you, my brother. I appreciate you.
All right. Thanks, bro. All right. Thank you.
All right. So, family, again, may the alchemist is in the building. You know what I'm saying? May the alchemist in the building, you know. And let me tell you something. Not only, I don't believe that Taj wants to debate me about things of this matter. You know what I'm saying? I don't think any Moorish American that teaches pseudo or Chrislam as it relates to the teaching of Prophet Nur Ali will want to debate me. Not about this here. My approach to Islamism, to the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, is universal. The way that I teach it, if you believe in metaphysics, you'll get it. The way I teach it, you can even be a Christian and get it. That don't mean you want to join. That don't mean you want to become a member, but you can get it. You can be an atheist. You can get it. You can be a Hebrew. You can be a Kemetic scientist. The way that I teach Moorish science, I teach it in a universal manner that anybody can digest it. And I don't be embellishing, and I don't cut it up to the point where as though it loses its flavor as Moorish science or Islamism. It never loses its flavor. You see what I'm saying? But it's universally accepted the way that I teach it because I've studied Prophet Abdul Ali, and I feel as though that's the same way he teaches. You follow me? Somebody said Taj been been teaching for 30 years, putting in work, and are the cause of most Moors knowing about the Prophet. I don't take that away from Taj. I think Taj has been instrumental in letting people know about the Prophet, but he's also been instrumental in misguiding people as to what the Prophet stood for too. So it's a double-edged sword. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, Taj, let me put this up here. You said Taj been teaching for 30 years. Show me the manifestation of what he built in 30 years that's tangible. Show me. Show me. Show me anything tangible that has been built in 30 years under this great teacher. You know, back in the day when our ancestors were great teachers, they built pyramids, schools. They built things to represent the gods or God that they believe in and the power of. When they spoke about the ancestors, they actually built things to represent their greatness. They actually built things that lasted for hundreds and thousands of years, and some of the stuff is still around to this day because they had that much confidence in who they were that they were able to manifest it to the physical perspective as a representation of who and what they believe in. We don't see that today. We don't see that today. 30 years of teaching and nothing? Not nothing? Nothing? That don't make sense. That doesn't add up. That does not add up. And that's hey, Sylvester, I told you. And so it's the same thing with we call in this conscious community. They've been around for 10, 15 years, at least 2010 beyond. And they got nothing to show for it except for a philosophy. Remember, Ali Muhammad is going to have the first farm that produced real food. Where the farm at? Where the farm at? Remember, they're going to teach about real water, not liquid. And they're going to be the first to produce real water. Where is that? A few weeks ago, a couple months ago, our good brother Inky, he's going to open a store in Detroit to sell sea moss. I don't remember this stuff. You remember all these promises? Back in the day to now, y'all press 7 if y'all remember all these promises. Where they at? And somebody got a nerve to ask me where the Moorish man at. Well, it's COVID. We ain't doing nothing yet. We ain't doing nothing yet. I mean, ain't nobody on no trial. Ain't nobody in no courtroom yet. But you'll see. You know what I'm saying? You'll see. So that is the measuring stick. What have they produced? What have they produced? They produced the philosophy. They produced the concept. And people buy into the concept. And they keep buying into the concept. And when the concept don't produce nothing, they drop the concept. And these scammers and schemers, they find another group that come into social media world and desire to be conscious. And they rinse and do it over again. They rinse, do it over again. There you go. Hang them out to dry. Next group. But now, because of Moorish World TV, no matter what people may say or that dislike it, now because of Moorish World TV, You don't have the ability to do that no more, because now we're going to challenge you. We're going to say, what have you produced? You know what I mean? Somebody say, bro, I'm talking about knowledge seeds that was planted when there was no other Moors teaching in the conscious community. Bro, what I'm saying to you is that I would rather have no one talking about the prophet as opposed to one talking and misrepresenting the prophet, because that takes years to clean up. People still will be following that misinformation when you and I are gone. I would rather people not even mention Prophet Noble Drew Ali as opposed to somebody misrepresenting the teachers of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, because that makes it worse. Trying to clean up the misinformation is worse. I'd rather nobody to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because now people look at me and be like, man, he a Moor. He believe in that crazy stuff. No. People be writing me from jail. Grand Sheik, I watch your show. Can you let them know that I'm sovereign to get me out of jail? Can you look at my charges? Grand Sheik, they took my children from me. Can I send you what they did so you can get my children back? You follow me? Again, for those that don't know, the female or Inky, the one that stalked me or whatever, they reported to Wix that I did a copyright on a video. It wasn't even that video. The video was Nepal. You remember Nepal saying in the video, she says, I'm a good God and I let you live. So they contacted Wix and said it was their video, which it wasn't. And I didn't even know, because I've been busy working on Moorish World TV Studios. So I contacted Wix and assured them that it's not their video and they need to do more research before they take the website down. But in fact, what I'm about to do is I'm about to switch the website to a more independent website, whereas though nobody will be able to do this stupid, silly stuff no more. I'm not going to use Wix as the host no more. So I'm going to start fresh. Because like anybody can just call there and say, this is my video. Like, what are you doing? And then it's an automated thing. It's not even a person. It's automated. So whatever the case may be. But I'm glad that they're thinking about me, that they love me. But hey, we got to keep it popping. But with that being said, family, thank you for joining Moorish World TV, family. Let me see if I can get this to my song real quick. Man. Nursed us all. Let me see something. Focus up. You ain't never. Here we go. Addicts make me want to forget the lessons again. Now let me be your. There we go. Here we go.
Yeah. Islam. I'm trying to be your friend, man. That's right. Trying to be your friend, bro. Help me out. Meet me halfway. Come on. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never met a more like me, and you ain't never ever gonna meet one again. Now let me be your friend. Peace and love. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never met a more like me, and you ain't never ever gonna meet one again. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. Now let me be your friend. Peace and love. Hey yo, I used to be a thug until I met the prophet. Now I'm all about love, truth, peace, and freedom till I return to Allah. One day we gon' meet him. I'm all about justice, that's the focus of the message. Sometimes Asiatics make me wanna forget the lessons. I be all up in my passion from all the Moorish passion. All things considered, I start laughing. A grown man with a ponytail, another calling us Neanderthal, and he all pale. I mean, for real, this is what it come to, my brother. We got nothing better to do than talk down to each other. Yeah, we can be scholarly or we can get gutter. We are the children of one father, and the breast of one mother has nursed us all. And first of all, we beefing while the peen trying to murk us all. You need to chill, my brother. Tell the elder the same. cause on the real, my man, I'm really bout them things. I can take the feds off and get back in the low and return to the state where they used to call me dope. But no, I'm rolling with the prophet of Allah. I want love, not war. Standing on that floor, and I'm holding the square. The compass and the axe that might be too deep. Yo, let's not get off track. See, our prophet was an adept. Do you know what that is? An Egyptian adept is a brother who lived by the universal science developed in the Nile. We call it Islamism, but it's the same, my child. Sit at the foot of a master. I train you up, but I might have to bang you up. I still love you. And those that's talking that this ain't Islam, everything the prophet brought is in the Quran. All the other stuff, prostrate and cover up, is just the start. And there's space to me, the law's the heart. You can dress like Imhotep, or you can dress like a herb. By the Moorish American Muslim unifies the word. You can say what you want about Dr. York, but he gave you different variations of the same thought. You don't appreciate that. You won't appreciate me. Appreciate the holy and divine Drew Ali. People refuse to admit it. He the first that ever did it. Europeans hope that the Moors would forget it, but we here, strong, alive and well, resurrected from hell, with a story to tell. So pay attention and listen and consider the fact. You know it's humanly impossible for you to be black. I guess the Chinaman is yellow, a Mexican is brown. Just think for a second how ridiculous it sounds. We can turn it around, but we must unite. It's okay to disagree, but we don't have to fight. Cause if we have to fight, you know how we get. I'm still learning to love. No, I'm not there yet. So work with me, fam, and I'ma work with you. And let's all work together and do what we gotta do. Cause on the real side, we haven't made no progress since 1929 when the prophet left the flesh. We got an age-addict president. Men marry men, psycho shooting up a club and don't see his own sin. And those that say they conscious, that took your bucks. Move straight to Hollywood, straight living it up. And y'all bigging it up, straight cheesing and grinning. But it was your bread to help him set it in. Be careful what you put in your soul. Hey, Miss God. Peace and love. Yo, peace and love. I said you ain't never, and you would never. You ain't never, ever, ever. You ain't never met a more like this. And you ain't never, ever, ever gonna be one again. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. Just let me be your friend. Peace and love. Oh yeah, you ain't never met a more like this. And you ain't never, ever, ever gonna meet one again. Just let me be your friend. Peace and love. Just let me be your friend. Peace and love. I wanna be your friend. Yeah. Let me be your friend. We ain't trying to be enemies. I wanna be your, just let me be your, I wanna be your friend. Hey, yeah.
What they gonna say now? What they gonna say? What they gonna say?
I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka Bay front line till the law call my number. You a friend of the Moors, then you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Connect. Told you you wasn't black, proved it was straight fact. You tripping off trucks, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. The same people talk European how to bathe, and look at that women buying European hair. No love for self, but do the men really care? Heck no, cause they got a love for Europe. Whole generation chasing pills, weed and syrup. Yeah, they love nobody. Suchi, Gucci, Kodak, Amigos, Ross, Lucid. But when the love for the woman look like your mother, I guess they say it's all black when it's under the cover. Now cypher, I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka Bay front line till the law call my number.
all the workers. You ain't building on the ground, then you worse than a twerker. You look and sound good, but that's only on the surface. Probably working for them people. Now tell me what's your purpose. Ain't worried about your homie, but know that I know every mo that rock a fast. He ain't my bro. Yeah, you know I ain't slow. I seen it all before. How they try to kill the prophet, it was all for dough. And some got it right now. Don't say that I'm not down. I'm coming for my vast estate. I want my town, my sheriff, my stores, my school, my nation. Sick and tired of the procrastination and debate. Y'all keep hating when love is the savior. You don't love yourself, so you can't love your neighbor. That's why you kill and fight and marry out of your race. If you ain't for Moorish world, then get out of my face. Cause Chinese love China, Italians love Italy. If you used to love the Moorish world, come on and build it with me. Let's go. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. Oh yeah. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. Be more. I be that more you gon' remember. That town. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. LA. I be that more you gon' remember. New York. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka Bay front line till the law call my number.
Hey, family. What's up if you can hear me? Before I sign out, family, I just want to say thank you for all your support again. Thank you to my friends, man. Thank you to my friends, man. I gotta mention my brother from New Orleans. My brother El Bay. Let me see my brother, man. I gotta mention his name. I always fail to mention the name, but he's been a supporter for so long. And I just want to show him some gratitude and calling his name as we let me see if I can find him real quick. I think his name is John, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just caught up in the moment, feeling good. You know what I mean? But man, I want to thank all of y'all that support, family. Real talk. Because again, without y'all, this wouldn't be possible. You know what I mean? Somebody said, gotta go see another Mo asking for that work from him. Enter running his own Facebook. Yeah, I want to thank you, fam. But I think it's my brother John El Bay, who always support M. Nugent, Cryptonomics, May, Sonny Boxing, all of the mods. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my friend Keish. You know, shout out to Shay, Empress, you know what I mean? Empress Tess. You know what I mean? I want to thank all of y'all, family, because I'm telling you, this is real business here, man. We're going to put in some work. I'm trying to see if I'm missing anybody. Because I always, man, Monumental Enterprises. If I miss you, family, please don't charge it to my heart. Abu X. I tried Nicole Moore Bay. Shout out to Nicole Moore Bay. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nicole Moore Bay. I tried out Israel Bay. Shout out to Israel Bay. That's right. Shout out to Israel Bay. Always coming through in the clutch. Nicole Moore Bay. Lakeisha Smoot. Yes, I'm calling your name tonight. I'm calling your name tonight. That's right. John G.W.L. Bay. Family. John D.W.L. Bay. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you for all that you do. Again, my brother M. Nugent, thanks for all that you do. Candy Chambers, thanks for all that you do. Shay Baines, if I missed you, don't charge it to my heart. I just want to say that I thank you, I appreciate you, I love you, and we're about to go for a ride this year. Shout out to my brother Nagas, man. Shout out to my brother Nagas, who is a day one. Vaughn Roberts, man. I appreciate y'all, man. For real. Y'all, I don't think y'all really understand. Thank you, brother Comedic Hebrew. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Because without y'all, this wouldn't be possible. Because a lot of people try to come at me sideways. A lot of people make silly videos, but y'all rock with me all the way to the end. So I'm gonna give you the best that I got, you know, and information and awareness. So I appreciate you and I thank you again, family. If I missed your name, don't charge it to my heart. Know that I appreciate each and every one of you and all the support that you give. Now let's get out of here. I see you tomorrow. We're gonna have the sister show tomorrow. Hopefully I'm gonna post the flyer in a few hours. Depends what my wife want me to do. But the flyer coming up. Let's go.
I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka Bay front line till the law call my number. You a friend of the Moors, then you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proved it with straight facts. You tripping off trucks, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. Family, see y'all tonight, 9:30. Let's go. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharka Bay front line till the law